My dear students, good day to everyone. I am Somasundaram from Bharatdasanar Metric Higher Secondary School, Arakonam. See, we have been discussing how about the preparation of alcohols. So, we have discussed everything else. So, preparation of alcohol. Now, we are going to see how to differentiate primary, secondary, tertiary alcohols in this video. So, first we should know what is a primary alcohol, secondary alcohol and then tertiary alcohols. So, for identifying the primary, secondary, tertiary system, you must aware how to find out the carbon which is attached with OH. So, for primary, secondary, tertiary, the carbon which is attached with OH, you have to see this one only. If the carbon which is attached with OH having one more carbon attached with it, that means only one carbon, then it is called as primary. Suppose the carbon with OH. If two more carbon is attached with this carbon, like this, 1 and 2, then it is known as a secondary alcohol. What about a tertiary system? Carbon having OH, okay. In this carbon, 3 attachment with 3 different compounds, carbons, 1, 2, 3. This is called as a tertiary alcohol. So, in all the system, we are seeing only the carbon which is attached with the OH, okay. So, if it is the carbon here which is having 1 carbon attachment, here 2 carbon attachment, here 3 carbon attachment. So, according to the attachment, we are naming it as primary, secondary as well as tertiary alcohol. So, in this video, we are going to see how to differentiate them using a chemical test. First test is known as Lucas test. Here we are going to use a reagent called Lucas reagent. What is a Lucas reagent? That is HCl with zinc chloride. See, whenever you use HCl and zinc chloride with alcohol, it undergoes SN1 type of nucleophilic substitution reaction. So, it undergoes via SN1. We already know for SN1 reaction, the mechanism follows a carbocation mechanism. So, here we have to discuss about carbocation. So, do you know the relationship between the stability of primary, secondary, tertiary carbocation? Yes, you are correct. Tertiary is more stable, secondary having the moderate stability and then the primary is least stable. This is the stability order of carbocation. So, if the carbocation stability is more, the reaction goes well. If the carbocation stability is least, the reaction does not happen. So, according to that, we are going to classify the primary, secondary, tertiary alcohols using this Lucas reagent. First, we will take a tertiary alcohol. What happens? I will take an example for tertiary alcohol, that is 2-methyl-2-propanol. It is a simple tertiary alcohol. CH3, C, CH3 and the CH3. Here, see the OH attached with the carbon, yes, right? This carbon is having 3 carbon system. So, it is an example for a tertiary system. It is a tertiary alcohol. When you use a Lucas reagent with this HCl and zinc chloride, what happens? It is undergoing the nucleophilic substitution reaction. So, HCl provides a nucleophile, that is Cl minus, and OH will be replaced and you are getting the halo substituted compound, that is nothing but CH3 C, CH3 and CH3. Here the Cl. What happened? The OH is substituted by the chlorine. That is why the reaction is called as nucleophilic substitution reaction. Okay, so the nucleophile is doing the substitution. Cl minus is a nucleophile. That is why nucleophilic substitution reaction. Okay, so in this reaction we are getting a haloalkane. So haloalkane generally insoluble in water, but alcohol, yes, is very much soluble in water. So when you take this alcohol in solution, that is HCl and zinc chloride, it will dissolve. So you will get a clear solution. But when the reaction is proceeding, you are getting the haloalkane. But haloalkane doesn't dissolve in water, so you will get a turbidity. But the turbidity appears immediately. So immediate turbidity. Now, what happens with the secondary alcohol? I will take example for secondary alcohol, that is 2-propanol, CH3, C, OH, H, CH3. So now students, the carbon which is attached with OH is having 2 carbon system. So it is a example of secondary alcohol. Now we are going to use the Lucas reagent, HCl and zinc chloride. What happens? Yeah, here also the reaction occurs. So the substitution of OH instead of Cl is happening. So we are getting CH3, C, Cl, H, CH3. So here we have substituted chlorine instead of OH and we are getting 2-chloropropane. So this reaction doesn't occur immediately, it will take 5 minutes. So after 5 minutes you will get the turbidity. It is not like a immediate turbidity. So it will take some time because the secondary carbocation has little bit stability than the tertiary. Okay, that is why the reaction is slow. What about the primary alcohol? Primary. So I will take a simple example, CH3, CH2, OH. With Lucas reagent, HCl and ZnCl2. What happens? No reaction because it doesn't give any product. Okay, but when you heat the mixture, you will get the product. So on heating, you will see the turbidity. On heating, you will get the product, that is nothing but CH3, CH2, Cl. So you will get the turbidity after heating only, not at the room temperature. So using this chemical reaction, you can identify whether the alcohol is primary, secondary or tertiary. Okay. So if it is tertiary, turbidity occurs immediately. If it is secondary, turbidity taking place after 5 minutes only. But if it is a primary compound, you will get the turbidity after heating. Okay, that's all students. The next type of differentiating mechanism is using Victor-Mayer test. It is a series of chemical reaction. So first one is we have to introduce iodine with the phosphorus, red phosphorus and iodine. It forms Pi3 and it will replace OH and substitutes iodine. So you will get iodoalkane in the first step. What about the next reagent? It is a AgNO2. AgNO2 is a nucleophilic, it will do the nucleophilic substitution reaction and you will get a nitroalkane. The second step, you will get a nitroalkane. The third step, you are going to introduce HNO2. HNO2. Here, the HNO2 removes water and you will get a different kind of product. Then finally, we have to add a basic solution. The basic solution may be KOH or NaOH. So, in this series of tests, finally you will get a colored solution. With this color, you can distinguish primary, secondary as well as tertiary. So, now we start with a primary compound. So I'll take a primary compound, the first compound CH3, CH2, OH. So it is a primary alcohol, and I'm going to introduce phosphorus with iodine. Okay, so here the OH is replaced and iodine is substituted. So you will get the molecule CH3, CH2, I. So instead of OH, iodine is substituted. Here you are getting iodoalkane. Next one, AgNO2. So AgNO2 also a nucleophilic substituting agent. Here NO2 group can replace iodine and you will get the molecule CH3, CH2, NO2. The nitro group is substituted now instead of iodine. So we are doing a series of substitution reaction. One is iodine substitution, next one is nitro group substitution. So we are getting nitroethane. The next step is using HNO2. So for that I am going to write the nitroalkane in a detailed structure. CH3, C, we have H2 here and NO2. With this nitroalkane, I am going to write HNO2. OH with N double bond O. Say students, here the water removal will be taking place. For water removal, in primary alcohol, we have H2, right? So it will take, it requires only one oxygen. So it takes the oxygen from nitrous acid. So what happens? The H2 and the oxygen is removed. So the product is CH3, C, NO2, double bond. It is producing a double bond with nitrogen. So N with OH. So yeah, hydroxyl amine is prepared here. Okay. Next one, we have to add KOH. So here we are getting the product. The color will be red in color. So the compound CH3, C, NO2, double bond N, OK. Here the hydrogen is replaced by the potassium. So the hydrogen will be removed as water. So the color of the compound is red in color. Okay. So the red color appearance proves that the alcohol we have taken is a primary alcohol. So primary alcohol can be identified if the produced color red color. Next one. Next we are going to use a secondary alcohol. Compound CH3, CH, CH3 and OH here. So this is 2-propanol, which is a secondary alcohol. When you use phosphorus with iodine, iodine replaces the OH and you will get the product CH3, CH, CH3 and iodine with CH. Okay. The next step is substituting AgNO2, silver nitrate. AgNO2, silver nitrite. Now the product CH3, CH, but here instead of iodine you have to substitute NO2. Next CH3. So what is the next step? We have to introduce HNO2 with the nitroalkane. So I'll write the nitroalkane CH3, CH, and we have NO2 here and CH3. When you introduce HNO2, what happens? Here HNO2, H, O, N, double bond O. So water removal should be taking place. In this carbon, we have only one hydrogen, but for water removal, it requires OH. So it takes OH from the nitrous acid. So here, the water removal is happening here. So what happens? You will get a product that is CH3, C, we have a single bond and N double bond O. Next CH3 and we have one NO2 group here. So the compound formed in this series of reaction is a blue color. So if you get a blue color transformation, you can surely know that we have taken a secondary alcohol. So in this series of reaction, we have identified the initial alcohol we have taken as a secondary alcohol. So if it is a tertiary alcohol, you will be getting a red color. If it is a secondary alcohol, we are getting a blue color. So now we are going to see about a tertiary. Now, so as I said earlier, for primary system, we are getting red color. For secondary system, blue color. Next one, your tertiary system. CH3, C, CH3, CH3, and we have a OH group here. So now we are going to substitute high phosphorus with iodine. Okay, the product is replacement of OH with iodine. So the product CH3, C, CH3, CH3 and a iodine group. Okay, the next step is AgNO2 addition. So substitution AgNO2. So in this reaction, we are getting the compound CH3, C, CH3, CH3 and then a NO2 group instead of iodine. Now if you put HNO2, what happens? It doesn't give any reaction. Why? See, whenever you add HNO2, the water molecule should be removed. Here, in this tertiary system, in the tertiary carbon, there is no hydrogen or any 2 hydrogen. So we can't remove water molecule here. So the next step doesn't happen. So you will get any color in this reaction. Okay. So if you get no color in the series of reaction, you can identify that the alcohol we have taken as a tertiary alcohol. Okay, students. So now we have seen two different kind of differentiating mechanisms. One is using Lucas reagent, another one is using Victor-Meyer series of tests. So in Lucas reagent, it provides information about tertiary, secondary, primary. In tertiary, the turbidity happens immediately, but in secondary, turbidity happens after 5 minutes. But in primary alcohol, the turbidity happens only when you are heating the reaction. Okay. But in Victor-Meyer test, it is giving the color system, colored compound with the primary alcohol. But in Lucas reagent, we are getting the answer with the tertiary. But here, primary gives red color, whereas the secondary gives blue color. And finally, with the tertiary, you are not getting any colors. Okay, students. Thank you very much, students. In this video, we have discussed about how to differentiate primary, secondary alcohol. If you have any doubt, you can inquire me through email. Thank you very much, students.